Hey guys, this is just a quick response video to the news that the Acolyte has been canceled. Um, you know, for someone who did not enjoy the Acolyte, it's one of my least favorite Star Wars projects, and I didn't like the writing, I didn't like some of the characters, I didn't like some of the performances. Um, it's always a sad day as a Star Wars fan to, even hear the words of something Star Wars being canceled. There's not a lot of precedent for that. Under Disney, we've had projects that have kind of flamed out in the background, things that were announced never kind of came together to happen. But I can't remember the last time that a series was specifically canceled. Series definitely come to an end, but they were announced with a final season. You kind of knew that the storyline was wrapping up. It made sense. Um, but this news is surprising, and I know a lot of people aren't surprised because, based on the Nielsen ratings, the viewership numbers are nowhere near competitive with a lot of the other Disney Plus Star Wars projects we've gotten. Um, and when you have $180 million budgets and you're not getting the viewership numbers, it's kind of hard for Disney to make the call to put that kind of money into another season of the show. But because they've been so adamant about I don't want to say in denial, but the showrunners and Disney representatives, they've been very passionate about, okay, the show is good. If you're review bombing the show, then you're this and you're that, or if you don't like it, don't watch. Well, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what happened. And like I said, it's disappointing. The show had a lot of potential. The time period was there. Some of the characters were actually decent. Master Soul, again, his character declined a bit in the second half of the season, in my opinion. But there was a lot of good. There was a lot of potential, but it wasn't well written and it wasn't well received. And that's how it goes. And for people that really like the Acolyte and wanted to see the story continue, I do feel bad, and I'm sorry that that you invested your time in the show for it to come to an end like that. I hate for us to ever be at a point in time with Star Wars where we're talking about a show being canceled and not getting a continuation of it. I mean, it's these are dark times. And it's more important now than ever to let our feelings be known, whether you wanted the show renewed, whether you didn't. Express your opinion, and don't be afraid of how people are going to respond to expressing your opinion. In my opinion, I agree with the decision, even though I'm disappointed, because I understand. At the end of the day, Disney cares about making money, and if something isn't profitable, regardless of if they want to call it review bombing or YouTube grifters spreading hate and encouraging people not to watch the show, at the end of the day, that's not an excuse. If something was good, it wouldn't get hate. If something was developed with a better written story and different decisions made throughout the process of creating the show, then it could have been successful. But sometimes things happen and things are made that don't hold up to those expectations. And as Star Wars fans, we should have expectations. We don't want Disney just pumping out content, giving us anything. They are open to criticism. I don't know if they're open to it, but they are definitely deserving of it when they deserve it. They paid a lot of money to buy Star Wars. That doesn't mean that they can just slap Star Wars on anything and, us fans are going to buy it up. No, when, You know, if we're paying money for the subscriptions, we're paying money for the content. You know, we deserve we deserve a return on our investment. That's all I really gotta say. I'm sure they will continue the storyline with Kamir and May in a comic or a book, or you know, who knows what may happen in the future. There may be a different series that's connected, but I do think it is an odd decision. You know, for it to just straight up come out as canceled. It tells me that, you know, we may be looking at some changes at Lucasfilm. You know, for better or worse, I think we are at a point where, you know, some changes have to be made and some different directions have to be taken. And we're going to see what happens. But that's all I got for you. I appreciate you watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I try to respond to as many comments as possible because I enjoy the fellowship, and you know, whether we agree or disagree, I love having those conversations. May the force be with you. Let's blow up that like button and go home.